Whew. Oh my God. You know, I don't know where you are in the world, but it is December 9th, 2017. It is 10:43 p.m. Central Time in the States. Um, the skies might open up tonight. Wherever you are, there may be heavy clouds. There may be lots of lightning and thunderstorms and rain. It has to be because unless I took something bad in one of these medicine bottles over my shoulder, and I'm hallucinating. Tonight, one of the guys who I said was one of the best I ever seen, a guy who I had ranked number two in my pound for pound. He had been ranked in my top two pound for pound for years. A guy whose praises I sang, uh, to the end. This guy got in the ring tonight and he quit. He quit. Uh, I'm I'm stunned, flabbergasted. And as you can see, I am wearing the shithead tonight because I was confident that he would win this fight. I will not be making excuses about size, age, or nothing because as a top pound for pound fighter, you should be able to go up in weight classes and win fights, even against the best in those weight classes. And he had faced bigger guys before. He had faced guys with volume before in his life, I'm sure. So I was not gonna make any excuse about age, size, nothing like that. If he lost, he lost. And I hate to say it, but just a fact. He got outclassed, man. And there's gonna be a lot of upset people, a lot of people eating the crow, as I'm doing right now. I thought Rigo would win this fight. I did not think the size would be an issue, the volume or nothing, the age, nothing. I thought he was gonna win this fight. Hell, I thought he had a good chance of getting a stoppage in this fight. But fact is, man, he quit on the stool, man. Just like Nicholas Walters and all these other guys, man. You know, and as of now, you know, Rigondeaux is out of the top 10 pound for pound, and Lomachenko is number two, only behind Terrence Crawford, man. You know, only behind Terrence Crawford on my pound for pound. I got to give it up to the guy, man. Um, you know, for all the people who criticized my boy Kell Brook when he fought Errol Spence, calling him a quitter, ran the man down, all this and that. I defended Kell Brook. You clearly see the man had an injury. He fractured the other eye socket, and he knew the risk of potentially going blind. And he took a knee in that fight, and everybody ran the man down, calling him a quitter when he clearly had an injury. You know, the man took a knee actually in the fight. He went into the 11th round. He fought for 4 rounds with a fractured eye socket, man. And at the end of the 10th, he had one last strong surge trying to get Spence out of there, man. And everybody ran that guy down when that guy fought his heart out, man, with one eye, for 4 rounds. Okay. In this fight, we cannot give Rigondeaux a pass, man. Even though I like the guy, been a big fan of the guy. See, he's one of the best I ever saw. You know, Um, the guy had a hand injury. We've seen many guys in fights, man, continue with one hand. Guy, busts a hand and still goes, man. Look, just a couple weeks ago, we had Marius Walk against, Big Baby Miller. And Marius Walk was going to finish that fight. He was not going to stop, man, even though he only had one hand. And the doctors they had to stop that fight. He was not going to quit, and he did not quit. And I have a lot of respect for Marius Walk. He was going to fight with one hand, man. And there have been many guys throughout boxing, man, who fought with one hand. Trying to win a fight, trying to stay in the fight. And fight of this magnitude, instead of going out on the shield, Rigo decided to sit on the stool and say that it was a hand injury. And hey, maybe he will have some post-fight tests, and maybe maybe it will show a fracture or something. Who knows? But the guy still had another hand, man. This is a case where the guy should have continued, man. Bottom line, the guy should have continued. Kell Brook with the eye, I can understand, man. We're talking about potential blindness here, man. But if Rigo had continued in this fight, what he had was 6 more rounds to go. If he would have finished the fight, I don't think the guy's hand would have got chopped off for finishing the fight. I don't. If that was a risk in the fight, if an outcome, if they said they would have had to sever the guy's hand, that's one thing. But I certainly don't think that would have been the case, man. And as a skilled, high-level, tough guy, pound-for-pound guy, you should have found a way. You should have found a way to fight on with one hand, if it's true that he had an injury on his left hand. Rigo's not going to get any pass or any excuse from me, man. He quit, bottom line. And this is going to be bad on his legacy, man. He's definitely out of my top 10 pound for pound. When it comes to my top 10 pound for pound, if you get knocked out or if you quit, something along those lines, you out, man. You out. Pretty much a loss, gets you out of the top 10, man. But especially if you get knocked out, you are out. Unless it is a special circumstance, like with Kell Brook in the fight with Golovkin, where Engel stopped the fight and not Kell Brook. In that case, I did not put that on Kell Brook. I had Kell Brook winning that fight, and he stayed in my top 10 pound for pound. But in this case, man, Rigo quit. I think I definitely saw signs of slippage with age. He was not pulling the trigger. I think the reflexes may not be as great as they once were. But again, not making excuses about size, age, nothing like that. I picked him to clearly win the fight, and he didn't. So, congrats to Lomachenko. This is how I saw the fight. Round 1, 10-9 Rigo. The only round I gave him. Lomachenko was playing chess. It was more of a feel-out round. No high volume. Rigo landed more significant shots. Low volume round. All right, round 2, 10-9 Lomachenko. He landed right hooks and more clean shots. Ref not stepping in and breaking clinching, which is causing punching on the break. Poor job. I did not like what Willis was doing in this fight. In the beginning of this fight, he was telling these guys to break, and on the break, of course, Lomachenko, he had the size advantage, power advantage, could ragdoll Rigo, pulling him away, and then would punch on the break. When Willis should have been stepping in, separating the guys, man. And I was not faulting Rigo for clinching to protect himself, man. I was not, and the ref should have stepped in, and he didn't. All right, round 3, 10-9 Lomachenko, opening up more, landing more in round. Rigo looking outsized and uncomfortable. Round 4, 10-9 Lomachenko. Lomachenko missing a lot, but still connecting more. Rigo not letting his hands go. Rigo's defense actually was good, man. It was at points. He was doing what I kind of predicted that he would do. He would kind of, lean down, and Lomachenko would throw and miss. And Lomachenko was getting frustrated. He to the point where he was fouling the man, throwing hammer fists, hitting him on the back of the head. He was getting frustrated that he could not hit the guy more more often than he wanted to. And the referee was doing nothing about it. Hardly did anything about it. Was not threatening to take a point for for the fouls on the back of the head or nothing. All right. I did not like the ref job in this fight at all. Okay. I think I was on round 4, but just in case I was not, 10-9 Lomachenko. Yeah, I did that round. Round 5, 10-9 Lomachenko. A lot of volume. Rigo not throwing enough and holding. Lomachenko hits Rigo with punch after the bell. A blatant foul. That should have been a point deducted, by the ref, and he did nothing, man. He did absolutely nothing. Well after the bell. Round 6, 10-8 Lomachenko. Rigo deducted a point for holding. Rigo let his hands go a little more, but Lomachenko still throwing more and landing more. And of course, after the 6th round, Rigo does not come out of the corner for the 7th. A big letdown for everybody who paid, I'm pretty sure, good money to watch that in the theater at MSG. A letdown for everybody at home watching the fight. Terrible for this ESPN top-ranked deal, man. Guy quits, halfway through the fight in this fight with, 2 Olympic gold medalists going in for the first time in boxing history. And, one guy, quits on the stool, man. Bad. You're talking about the air being let out of the balloon, man. I was hyped for this fight all day. And, it was a big letdown, man. Big time letdown. HBO is gonna win tonight, man. With I'm positive with Salido and Miguel Roman, man. That's gonna be an action fight, and some UFC is on at the moment, but HBO is gonna win the boxing night, man. If that fight goes like I predict, probably be go to the distance with them guys, man. It's gonna be an action brawl, and this fight on ESPN, man, what a letdown, what a disappointment, man. Rigo failed his fans, failed the many people who picked him to win, and more people was picking him than Lomachenko. And man, he let a lot of people down, man. His standing, his reputation, man, legacy took a huge hit, man. Took a huge hit. Love the guy, man, but he quit. He let us down, man. Bottom line, no excuse. He did not go out on the shield. He did not go out. If the guy really has an injured hand, if he would have went out, and if he would have, been swinging for the fences, even if he would have got stopped, hell, it would have been better to go out in the 7th round, swing for the fences, and if he got knocked down a couple times and wanted to stay on the knee, that would have been better than sitting on the stool, man. That would have been better, or just staying on the canvas and not getting up. But Boston fans want to see people go on this shield, man. I was more sympathetic to Kell Brook because the man was preventing blindness, man. And you could clearly see that the man had the injury. It was not some made up shit. Not saying that Rigo was making it up. Who knows? We'll find out pretty soon after the test run. But how many guys in the history of boxing, man, have continued fights with one hand, man. Hell, just think about David Haye and Tony Bellew. David Haye, going out with a ruptured Achilles, man, continuing that fight, not quitting. The corner through the towel, and David Haye would have finished that fight. So, that's it, man. Not really much more to say, man. Congrats to Lomachenko and anybody who picked him. Y'all were right. And, Team Rigo, I was wrong. We were wrong, man. No excuses about size, age, nothing like that, man. Our guy quit, man. He quit. He was, he was not throwing his hands enough, and he decided to pack it in, man. So that's it, man. Let me know what you guys think, but disappointing, man. The air out of the balloon, except for Lomachenko fans. I'm sure they are elated And you know they got the bragging rights. Their guy won. Their guy outclassed our guy. And hey, if they put money on that stoppage or just on him win the fight, they won. And I was a big loser, man. So that's it, man. Shithead challenge, complete. And let me know what you guys think about this disappointment, man. Thanks for watching.